aboya ma shefu nyina ajo emamakaba diamond kasiye so enye wo memu nsam ne mahodo sunsam a yaboaba no emre asese ye de basomo e wo diamond kasiye so kasiye bo no ensam a ebedimu akotini bi anese Dr. Mamadu Baumia eden sembi atutumemufu nyina enim se wo munjini ndi na wonto aba enfama no
enne ma me Samira Baumia so edina probo no akopiem ewo Kanshi market ene ma no edinkomo
Mampenyi dada John Dramani Mahama enso ede atudwa se eyade wo behwe se na be ya pomodi hunsam asoye no ebe konkan
Baumia GMX streaming platforms ni nyina eyade a eye entro we free abeku Santana ho
Yene nsama huduo bi enananwue yeboabo no yede ba besom ewo Diamond Kasiye so aseda pesie pa enkoma eye Diamond Ground Real Estate and after Diamond Ground Travel and Tour Diamond Ground Real Estate say asase da form beko asase achese mansu biara enihu na woton ewo na se ye after Diamond Ground Travel and Tour so se for akwenton krata sem biara fa be dan won ombehwe ay bibiara kama ede amaw Upe wane chakwan wala pasta bora number 5. Wamone Diamond TV and what dan konemo. Obetime so afren penifo ewa 0552487385.
Aseda fabrics and so efrefre was a fabric no dear efe na efo no dear wunya ne bebia e won kran ha age aseda. Rene chakwan ewa new Makola shopping mall inside honoma. I wamone matter this book depot no ene di enhwe ni mu. Bora honom na fabric no je de efe na efo na okọ na se wayira kwan so a obetimi afre omo ewo number C so 0244792902 numbers ne bio 0244792902
Afen so do ma me fast dance so ma Ben Light Enterprise wo mu boy chidon papa wo dwumedie so Ben Light Enterprise say me kan chawo se kada dan fabra wo bedane ne mo no e de amount enu nti Ben Light say our headlight so light just a bumpers bibi bia ye this spec car ka wakoma to ye we sha Ben Light ne de just na we share wo nyame enu nti ne tempara so no hwehwe Ben Light twa kwan ewo aboso kan City Light Junction and afre penipano ewo 0247888591 Ben Light zebra na one spec car enfama
Wakoje wo fabric no ewo aseda fabrics no ewie no na ese wo bepa obi obepam ejija style efa nkasa enu nti ena wo so wo do niam na ekoma modest closet de bakaba ne slate na eye ntoma chese bibibia pese oye wedding engagement bibia pese opam bia tade ne de ena eye modest closet me ba charge number na friend no na ni ndi ensa wo so 0243752888 number ni bio 0243752888
aya for wasra nkubi ama wedie ayabasa ayewesi wangasa wo hwa wedie na you are not proud of it eno ntino sisi anu pesa wedie eyefe na chese edimu na chese yanom nsatan ye hye one hand you betimi a hye bidia rich auntie tadi ababe guess ye hye wo pesa wo hye bidia wo se Hajjasle Empire wase bra na chese wonsi se wedie no emfama afekso se wapomodi hu hia ye papa panso dia Hajjasle Empire sebra na one more supplement akodro a wetimi e dia maintain wapomodi and afenso wo skin no eno ti hwehwe ne chakwan e wo eyela pass abeka kwan na woni total filling station no and a di hwe ne mo frɛ Hajja e wo 0248045224
You kill so ventures so efrefra was say wakwakopam wata dear ewo modest wawie no obepe koma dear ene nsuma dear ahyehyɛ ma je say ahofe no adimu dia eye hope e na benya no bora ho na na hwede cha kwan ewo new Makola shopping mall inside ho no ma be you kill so ventures bora ho no udu ho ma eye aboyedin na nya discount
Danan suitcases se wo beboa no wa ma suitcase papa affordable and very nice ones and no bronya yi na say enye bronya kra sisi a wutu kwan a enkofa dress bag bi enkita enkofa school bag bi ambo wechi we Danan suitcases se waba a wo ba beboa ama wenya eye suitcases papa a eye fair ne bo no da form and no hwehwe Danan suitcases e twa kwan e wo New Makola shopping mall first floor honoma shop number 113 and our friend it was 0552070567
Rich May Beauty Supplies and so efrefra was se wo pen nails ho enema spa ho niema massage niema bi apese Ope so de eye nails adwuma nko ade a ene wunya ne bebia say Rich May Beauty Supply we ne cha kwan e New Makola Shopping Mall inside hono ma obehu Rich May say wo ko so na say wayira kwan a obetimi afre omo e wo number so 020 046 7026 numbers ne bio 020 046 7026.
Mastavia collections brana woma wintade papa ebia na chese emre nti ana se why busy 1 or 2 nti no wentimi ankopam watade wo se ka wakoma to obema wintade a chese eno so eye already made ntade a chese wo sha obehu say yes we eye ntade papa eno nti no Mastavia collections brunya idie for wani atwem e wona so obema wintade bags ne mpaboa ni nyina no hwehwe ne chakwa e wo Accra UTC wo ben lava and our friend it was 0246 884156.
Ne krakra famous dear. Just say you can say alata abepiem e wo Ghana memu ha na wo pe traditional wear bia dia and the ebesho uti ami afro igwe de odi begu ko mo nsem a wo na ma ye say alata ni dressing pa dia wonya ne bia say famous me patcho hwe ne cha kwan e wo New Makola Shopping Mall inside honoma obehu famous udu honoma wo de bomidi afia obenya discount.
The boy fashion jewelry say and anyway men can't say whoop kuma dear papa said yeah the 2 year comb the 2 year nsa the 2 year 9 just said yeah the shet ninina no ring a papa diamond ring gold rings ninina no ukopiem e the boy fashion jewelry so won sabetimi akabi hwehwe ne cha kwan e Makola Shopping Mall or first floor honoma shop number FF091 and after the boy fashion jewelry it was 020 562 5475 now when no ending come and you make way adaruma and anyway one more boy chidoma ye de eye diamond kase e ba besomo and anyway I can kind for me mouse on your mini aba
afia from poma
ye better ne ye ho aba ye ba ye de kase boni twemu e beto aso. For your Sam will be Biara Aquaba Biom Diamond Cassia and a Wenuguswa Wushe Afe Cassia Bonin Trimu Ening. Franka Tuni at the New Patriotic Party NPP Amanyo conductor Mamadou Baumia and then they were in a campaign a pro bono acopium a Santa Mantemu. Then they occupim a Amansia and no ewo bequai abatwa empeswa so ne ho and what the ensem bi etotmemu for anima watcher one say wonya gidie e woni mu ye papa na wontimi ento aba no emfaman e wo afi abato yi
we kind say me pese me de baga na nyame adoma e fa ekuafo ejuma ho me pese me ye ekuafo ma district bia ye fa ye nkwan no me be hihye district agric mechanization center every district bia yedi ifidia ekuafo omuhia tractors combine harvesters planters na ade ye ko hihye every district so that ekuafo omuhia omebetimenya saa ifidie no omodi aye omofro ejuma minim say mon number 1 how aida enim eyemo akwan akrofom enti nananom me pese mo form akwan mo fan hye mensem na me ba mo kwan bria ebese ye nana aboso dada say from Kojon Kwanta through Sikaman through Obuasi nyina ye be ye mo akwan
Kufu ado bae no opaja kuroi ma bae district ma Sesiano. Wamia dying, office, I am Moduma. Agenda 1 why I'm working once a minute. Near that so. I'm part of the Mayan. I don't to me by your word, I said to me, Nanti. Here, Bia, in some by my Makoji Kano Abesnako, Amaye. Woman in Chin, in Chakra. Yakupo, wow. You're true about the Mao, see a penno in your baby dinner. A married and flaku room.
Katuni Emma National Democratic Congress NDC John Dramani Mahama NNA Wakasa say nyame ya dom ne to abama ne be Ghana man pani dia na ne wo ba be theater e wo Kumasi a ebetimi aboa creative arts industry
theater since China for boy you see Rollins Abreso everything there it's not been rehabilitated into Osha kwana ko from anyoma bebre asay wo ho. Oh, yeah, exhibition and I be sometimes curtains, you can't draw the curtains, stage, I say, and you might be room. And Tamrena so say, you see, who ye send a bit to me about the creative industry. Now, we share a manifesto 2020, yeah, the true Muse, you be see a second national theater, Kumasi. Now, your 2024 manifesto, you are saying repeating what Musa Nyamiya Adoman say, Yaba, you be see a second national theater in Kumasi. If you say Kumasi, you are the center of the arts and culture in this country. And Tianosia, they are
Ebusiafo ya tuwa kasiaba no so dia na National Democratic Congress NDC amanyoko no won Frank Atuni na wasanso Ghana ya mampenyi dada wa bra na wo ye mampenyi no ade a wosi Ultra Modern Maternity and Children's Ward edema in Kranza Polyclinic na we wode na campaign aprobon ekopie mu wo ho wokopie mu wo ho no wode to wonanim se Ghana for etimi to abama na se afi go be ye mampenyi dia sa polyclinic no ade wo besanso amane ejina ne nanso biem.
They can now cater to mothers and their newborns in a more modern and dignified environment. Nananom, ladies and gentlemen, the timing of this inauguration could not be more opportune. Health statistics continue to reflect a rising demand for maternity and neonatal services nationwide. And as we just heard, we are doing above 300 deaths for every 100,000 live births. That is a figure we've tried to push down for many years. And it's because of the lack of facilities like this that makes it difficult for us to achieve our targets. While we celebrate this inauguration, we cannot ignore the broader challenges confronting Ghana's health system and the urgent need for transformative reforms. Many Ghanaians can still not access the medical care they need. Costs are often beyond their reach. For this reason, among others, the next NDC government, which God willing I will lead, will prioritize critical social interventions designed to make healthcare more accessible and affordable for every Ghanaian, regardless of their socio-economic background.
Ewo amanyo semuna na mame anase second lady mame Samira Bawumia NNA wadina probono akakopie mu ewo Rollins Park Okanshi Market na eho enode adestredi mu ode pa etu edwedifo ema nanim se wo momode entu aba efama NPP amanyoko no afi.
Dr. Bawumia se onimo how onim se Ghana betu mpo ejina muso inti ode futuo stronko edeba ama emanko na sesika no eye fund eno enye bankers eno dio say oyoba uweni so ade huno o pese wo ye business ejisika na fakoye ejuma na hwe na hwe webusia amemo papa no eno Again, Cassian Yakoto by December 7th. And this Swadihulu strong Yakoto by December 7th. We are going to vote for a visionary leader.
Baby, they are coming so I say party in your my Juma na my party no for my main country, my dear. Obi dear Yanapa, Obi dear ya, Obi dear me. And to Unyabia, now this is a new patriotic party. Musa, I like to get a mammoth me as well, and I do so. I said, Mufa campaign, no Musia campaign, no Musia campaign, no Namunia Juma Emma, the new patriotic party.
For yet Kasia Bona Sudia na 29th United Nations Climate Change Conference COP29 no dia akoso ewo bako a eho no UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres edin sembi atudwa wo chiro mu se ese empanyufo ehwe anase wona wodi ya kandifo wo monhwe se na be ya aturenchema etoto eye nipa no ne nyina etu ebetwa wei na Azerbaijan eye mampanyi a wo ho no so edin anu didi sem so atudwa.
Our technical potential for renewable energy is estimated at 135 gigawatt onshore and 157 gigawatt offshore. Last year, Masdar from UAE inaugurated the biggest in our region solar power plant of 230 megawatts. Aqua Power from Saudi Arabia is now at the moment constructing a wind power station of potential of 240 megawatts. During COP29, agreement will be signed with BP from UK to build 240 megawatts solar power station in the district of Jabrail, which was liberated from Armenian occupation 4 years ago. And this project will provide decarbonization of one of the biggest oil and gas terminals in the world, the Sangachal terminal. By 2030, we plan to build solar, wind, and hydro power stations of approximately 6 gigawatts. But this is not all our plans. 10 gigawatts renewable energy projects, contracts and MOUs have been signed. And also we look at the export markets and work actively with our partners in order to implement another important energy security project, the Black Sea Caspian energy cable.
We are in the final countdown to limit global temperature rise to 1.5 degrees Celsius. And time is not on our side. Exhibit A 2024, with the hottest day on record and the hottest months on record. This is almost certain to be the hottest year on record. And the masterclass in climate destruction. Families running for their lives before the next hurricane strikes. Biodiversity destroyed in sweltering seas. Workers and pilgrims collapsing in insufferable heat. Floods tearing through communities and tearing down infrastructure. Children going to bed hungry as droughts ravage crops. And all these disasters and more are being supercharged by human-made climate change. And no country is spared.
We also urge all member states and all key stakeholders present here today, particularly the business sector, to work collaboratively and find ways to make immediate serious action so that we can have this planet a better place than when we inherited it. More importantly, we need to do it now. And as the Malaysian Minister of Environment said at COP16, planet, profit, and then planet, people, and then profit.
Abusafo yeto akasi ebone sodia na National Democratic Congress Director Emma Elections and IT Dr. Omane Boama and wakasa say yeto aba on the 7th December ebia na najona obehwe no abobo aba no mu 75% e de akere Ghana fo nyina
decent jobs na SI ban ninti no medemano ebeye esi enuti I'm moving on to elections no about one de osoro achichire wie na sania ye kan ye no brain yankopon eto mana ema Israel for no otoye but wanya den wan bie omanum say ono abebie ama na mana na ye den atom at least God expected some effort from the Israelites the same way yankopon achichire omanpani Mahama victory no amano wachichire ora tabrin so the victory no amano it is our duty on this day to decide to form a consortium of the willing said that we will protect the votes, we will protect the ballot and ensure that only the votes that are cast will be counted and will be declared on December 7th. And when you have done this for us, be rest assured, by 11 p.m., at least 75% of the results nationwide, we would have collated them and we will let you know where we are. Anunti ukofia kwa shisha voter ID card. Kwa yitu ho, wa wodi aira, don't worry. Because so long as say udi ewo register ni mudie. Ube tumi atu aba, uwa ID card no, uni ID card no. Mesra umuti asem we ye. Voter ID card aira, don't worry. Say udi wo register ni munku adie. Ube tumi aye den. Ube to be atwaba. Okwa and once watch the presiding officer no and that NDC polling agent no say udi enimu the training of year the last round of training is taking place from this weekend airport. That is the last round of training for our agents. We've trained over 153,000 people. And what you about you know your chair constituency executives. Ya say at least police station there nipa be 5 omo wo baabi na omo hwe ne a ekoso e wo police station ho omo ni police for collaborating peacefully to protect the ballots omo hwe ne a otete ballot paper no e wo sa oteba ako e mo bia otebienu a munye dede ba ako e na wo sa ote ne e wo sa odi ink e ka nkrofo one fact indelible ink no anka munye dede sure say on the beka e ka kwaye o mo de fa so e bi wia ni dim na we nyina akoso no e bo no miensa no wa sha se say den ugo police station 5 p.m. polls no are ended ya sorting ya counting ya Philippine sheet ya signing presiding officer declare results na ye den ka video. So presiding officer, yes sir, on copy of the pink sheet and carry polling station now. Most of the presiding officer, and yes, I know, and the copy of the pink sheet and carry Sana Emrano CI 127, Constitutional Instrument 127, Sana Eka, or say for copy of the pink sheet in the day and carry polling station. And not in the year election
6-unit classroom block. Anglican 6-unit. My 44 and the next school behind you, you're seen from the scratch as I said, assembly. And what he said, assembly hall, who cost one is the car, the main physical. Yeah, Mamma design, most see that no mind. And then the 4 year, no 4th year to know any classroom of all. Man, we are. We are we are. No one doing the alcohol terrible. And what he and so Galata from 1959. Now, any primary school from 59 up to and this year in classroom block Woholo. And on Kodanse. And so the World Bank project. And on another Miburia, yeah. I ever training a Mao Honum. As I said, I started to talk. Sa 44 hano, your project Ashemuni say 400-meter oval track. Into assassinate a toll. Zabito honey a toll. 25 plots. Ye baye park kasi what did assassinate when you be a water? I assemble assassin but I assume say ye copy no baba no baba me this evening when you get the assassin. Ebi near the top magazine holding na. It is so. I am Sasia. Oh, man, and what about chrono? Then Trassi, my boy and chrono. As I for no dosu. So make us the mesa, make a little sign of IT. With the master visit, I better must be Israel.
Organizer, Madam Lydia, and regional level. Mangasa Modisia, Yabibia, regional secretary, lawyer, Oyamizu, Sa Esona, Choboy, and friend Mangasa, Oyamizu, Oyamiza. As a freeway, honorable, please come in. What a parliament. Yes, you are ready. Choboy. Oh, why ready? Remember, that promoted the friend daycare and I crutch as such a supermarket war. Every animal to the Manaba. Now, no one could chat. How much are you starting here? Kona koto wade ebo no na no dwuma rana be fa oba no na mo nyina mo nkofie esre abusua esu me papa wa hati omo bebre ba mo esre abusua ye hia me titiru pa ne se wo be boa me afi chance na abeda ho no si atumi afa bo na internet ni mu pe ye papa no kura no omo be ja ye tidi esre mo akwanya na ba Isuto, Ewiabo, Yashayan Papa Bosse, and Phil City, no, 7 December, Corner, Inshallah, we are this week, and the Amano camera. When I'm
For na yet to Acacia bonus so dear Madam Patricia Apieje, our no a deputy majority leader in parliament, our sanso, a Yamrashebejeni, Adema, Asoka, Abato, and Peswaso, and at the same way, Abetuja, watch you must say, a ya dear Abino, one Akuma, and as one any, a war a year, and this year, and some sweet year papa. Nutina ede wodi sikapuduo ewura adesua asye enuma ema adesua sam konkan ewo oman mu nti sankebe ya ye pese adesua sam konkan ewo oman mu dia yenkwaso na yento aba efama NPP amanyoko no wode sansem we etu dwa wa bra wo kasa ewo 78th anniversary speech and prize giving day ewo St Monica School ase ewo Asante Mampo.
That is why the government remains focused on its vision of ensuring that quality education becomes accessible to all our children, irrespective of their social or financial circumstances. It is for this reason that the government launched the free senior high school policy to ensure that all our children get access to education, at least up to the secondary level. 7 years on, the story of the policy is that of a success, as emerging challenges associated with it, with the implementation, are being addressed.
Despite of the numerous great achievements by the school, our greatest challenges are lack of an assembly hall complex to accommodate the over 3,500 students and 265 staff members during the official gathering, and minibus to convey a smaller number of students and staff to official programs outside the school. The appeal for modern assembly hall complex is very urgent because we still use our dining hall for all official gatherings. This creates a lot of inconveniences for students and staff.
The theme for this year's anniversary celebration, "A healthy mind lives in a healthy body," could also be stated as a healthy body is a prerequisite for one to enjoy a healthy mind. You cannot be at peace if you are not well, or if you do not have the right body. One needs a healthy mind to optimize and maintain the health of the body. And so I will say that when you work on the body and the mind together, you experience exponential benefits in both areas.
Abusafo ye to akase bone so dia na abeku Santana ensemtroni ewo Ghana ha ne wode afutu sem bi akọ amagana fo nyina se e ma yentie MPP entra wo mu etwa na ye hweso ento aba emfa mo kra okoso ekire mu se enche bi akwa e na Dr. Bawumia ebeka se wapau GMX music streaming app no na so ne yekom no na no kra bia enim ntimi entie wo mu entra wo mu etwa.
Nation in Africa is Nigeria. And you be a mepamocho omo music streaming app na mebusamo. But what is Nigeria for omo app be a abanya omo streaming nyum also. Eyentro. Na say omo so omo launch music streaming app eyentro. Munti sa no omo ye Ghana Post app. Busa Uber driver ana Yango driver be say o use sa app na. Adia Google capture the whole world satellite. Adia Google map so you use. Sa na COVID by also my COVID app. Oh wa no so my app. Oh wa no we no mo de dada mo. Na mo so mo agedi. Na mo kobo mo nsam eyentro. Enko ba bia enye hwe. Eti mamu ma omo mfa sa app ni dada won kan je say eye digitization. Busa wo say mfa so ben e na wo benya film. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ebe bie TV channel a mo amu yesini nyina ye di local content ni beguso wo pese wo hwe sa channel na utua Jumadi a ye wo conference center e won kran wo Kumase no antumi amba ye wo dedicated TV channel a wo betumi ahwe wo di umomo no atua na wo hwe ne live a sika no beko artist ni ho e beko producers ho e beko mo ye no we ni hihye ye pa ye di agu kwan mu eti aya omo dada mu abusa say atem wo kan meden menyason faso. So we have an end-to-end policy programs and ideas that is going to transform the creative art tourism sector.
Upper West Regional President of Queen Mothers Association Halakura Hajaratu Liman and a wade and Sembi about to just say Sankebeya yam one in mass and ye beya ye bit me in my every rebia in meman so a yedma what chum say Sankebeya say yet in my a watch say yena memumus and ye beya in mass so ebenya de baby ashe.
It has given us a basis for demanding accountability from the implementation agents and our leaders. For rural communities like ours, the effective implementation of this law will serve as a bridge to break the circle of poverty and socio-political exclusion that has impeded progress. We call upon each candidate to make a public and unwavering commitment to advancing the affirmative action law in accordance with the systematic and progressive targets for gender representation and resources, as set out in the first schedule of the Act 1121. We demand at least 35% representation of women, particularly from rural communities in political appointments, local governance, and other decision-making bodies by the end of the 2028, in accordance with the targets set by the Affirmative Action Law. Policies that ensure equitable access to quality education for girls in rural and underserved areas, addressing barriers such as distance, cultural norms, and financial constraints. 2. Economic empowerment. We demand support for initiatives that provide rural women with access to financial resources. We demand prioritization of rural healthcare system to improve access to maternal health services, family planning, and preventive care for women in under-resourced areas.
Banoku is the Deputy Executive Director.
The purpose of this workshop is to find out what opportunities does the law present us to ensure that we continue to work towards the empowerment of women, work towards the participation of women in governance and decision-making processes, work towards the involvement of women in entrepreneurship and business development in the economy, work towards important decisions that have to be taken by the country Ghana that affects the majority of the people who are what? Women.
Reporting for Dwe News, Rafik Salam. Wow.
Someone go efa accreditation eya na isi de ma enkrofo bi ewo abato emremu no afi wa farmer wo mu no enam so ema coalition of civil society organization for akasa say ya dia entwe ye cry nti onye ho bibi.
Trokratama Electoral Commission to serve as observers in Abattoir Yekotu ewo December 7th. A normal practice for CSOs to be part of that process. No, unfortunately, Electoral Commission omu Trokrata bi ma CSOs be indicating say omu to me ma sa accreditation. No, the area one watching bibia the fact that omu explain it denti. No, omu see omu ma accreditation. No, omu throw one line, just one line. Omu see the commission is unable to accept your application at this time. And no. Omo ma basis bia, omo ma excuse bia, maybe a qualified, and maybe a terrorist organizations be omo ankashi. Omo see they are unable to provide us accreditation. No, and where I want so be brave, my buying bosem, especially as we go into the election, because they be yet say about ECISA, and me a big opponent of bad mouthing the EC. Muka Assembly against EC, no, media, I'm extremely opposed to it. Okay? The responsibility of the EC to do things are ebema jidieba omo ejumam. But much krata say raise questions bebre. Adenti no mumpe observers. And then no musie. Enti na see. Yes, so no. We are very much opposed to sa excuse. In fact, excuse be ni hompo. But the fact that EC almost see my accreditation. So press away to call on the EC almost rescind this decision, no, almost change your margin and give us accreditation, no, because in the end, when you na be benefit your mind, be ensure free, fair, credible process.
Yes, started every 2008. So when I use in 2008, Sanko. Omuma accreditation, ye deploy observers. 2008 lesson. Back on the way 2012, Atalia ye observation, monitoring. This is 2012 elections. And away 2016 yɛnya accreditation ɛyɛ adwuma no yɛne isi yɛ adwuma no yɛnya asɛm biara ɛna weyɛ 2020 elections yɛ monitor yɛ ɔma ama yɛ asɛm biara ɛna we na ɛyɛ recently as Asim North by elections yɛnya accreditation kɔyɛ adwuma yɛne asifo na ɛyɛ adwuma no bom yɛama mu problem biara. So that is why I bisa say what is special about this lesson now? Usi want me my accreditation.
Ghana Enterprise Agency Phase 2 and then offense to use Start Ghana Jobs and Skills Project no eyade awamo abwa emebuna wabo omemu awamo de sika pudu anebosom 52 million Ghana cedis awamo de abwa emebunu baku 4,000 awomemu eno eba abeboa sene ebeya yen egudie mu nsemana se bibia ebekọ enkan ewo oman.
Miss Ayinyeta Salome, and I'm a hairdresser by profession. I'm doing it in North East Region now, Lergo, and I've been in it for almost 11 years now with 2 workers. The challenges there is the products there is costly, and this our work when we talk about hairdressing is about products. So there was a time the products was not there for me to help myself so that the work can move on. So I decided to maybe take some of them off, one of them off. I've gotten 11,000. This money can, I think it will buy me most of the products, hair and then these machines that I can be using to dry people's hair, and then it will help me a lot in my shop. It was not just for you to come and go. They will give you exercise for you to go and then bring so that they will know, they will see how you have been learning. So some people couldn't pass through the exams. It was exams that we were doing. Yes. So the few of us who was able to pass, it is we that they are giving the grant. Even my hometown, I heard a news they are saying that they've selected some people that they should go to Accra. This one is not about selection. The forms were there for everybody. We all fill the forms and then they call all of us, and then those who were serious that has gotten to this point. It is not like they've selected some people, they hate some and they love some, no.
Today, we celebrate not only the vision and commitment of the government's agenda towards job creation and prosperity, but also your potential and the opportunities that lie ahead of you all. Over 4,000 young people who have undergone training in entrepreneurship will now receive grants today. By investing in our young people, we are ultimately investing in the future of Ghana.
Youth Employment Agency, you trying to yawa from YEA NNA, Womone Fisheries Commission, Akon Wabom, Eba Betty, and Mebunu, a fish farming home.
Today, to sign an MOU between the Youth Employment Agency, 66 Artillery Regiment, and the Fisheries Commission. This forges a collaborative path in aqua farming. The partnership symbolizes one thing: our shared commitment to create jobs through innovative ideas for our young people in a market that is undoubtedly booming. Upon several proposals, past and present, we have gone through the mill to identify a worthy partnership with well-respected institutions such as the military and the Fisheries Commission. If we are even to get it wrong on the security of the project, then certainly not with the military. If we are to get it wrong with expertise on fish farming, then not the Fisheries Commission. In the long term, we seek to train about 1,000 young people in this enterprise. YEA is fully funding this project and making sure they seamlessly go through the training and become experts in their own right. As an agency, we will also continue, or will be paying trainees our monthly stipends we give to our beneficiaries of 500 cedis every month to support their basic living allowance whilst they go through the training.
Aduma we ejuma ne wonti pa ejuma we yenso a ska ewum nti de ya ne se obahunya anim atetie ana animagie ye de yese ejuma no ena obanya onfama se wo de be yese ejuma no ana o yese ejuma na ska ewum. That's one. Number two, so one say nutrition ana adwane pa ye hia e wo krono mo no obatumi anya ama ebo ema no so and to assure say there's food security in the country. Say obi abanya adwane adi onya dokro a say nam kan ye commission no ya dwene say ana ya dwene say ye bombo na nam embra krom nti ye bompa say youth no ebeji atum na monfa omonhwem ene beboa oman no ebeboa monso ye chen say omonama they are complaining of unemployment wako school dawo nko school dawo oba ibetuma chewa obetuma ya banya vaso so.
Yes, fish farming no is a booming business now. Ena sisians baby a wo hwe baby a ye adwuma na sister tinare so ja for don't me ko nka ye bibia ho nom enti ne ahia ne say other stakeholders no to say the community, the region, the environment, you know, you be embrace way. Even beneficiaries in Krana be form, it is their duty to protect and yama government bano. Inti say ye soma obi anya na family a be say at the end no even 1,000 and the year no e be bit me increase about 1,500 about 2,000 because ye kire adwuma no won so wanyansa no adwuma so kwa kire other people inti bo say ye kire 1,000 no this 1,000 also kwa kire 4,000 e increase na inflation so ba why yen so bit me increase more inti na ye be kan say all stakeholders in ha no say de hu shim na ye hwe ne say yanga say adwuma mfasa inflation no ababo yen na.
Ebusiafo ya sama munyina akwa babiom na ha ene brebe ma kwan na ye de kase bonyina ebeba na wieye na ansa na ye bekọ no ensamadi akotene ewo kase bonmi bu enne se Dr. Mamadu Baomia awoye Frankatuni edema NPP ya manyoko no wode nsambi atidwese yenya gidi ewo nimu na yentu aba emfama no
enne mame Samira Baomia so edena probona akopiemu ewo Okaishi market ene manu edi nkomo Mampenyira da John Dramani Mahama enso edi atudwa se yetu abaman afidia eyade wo behwe se ne beya yapomodin asye ye no ebe konkan Baomia GMX streaming platforms ni nyina eyentro na nokrebia enim ye ne nsama huduo bi ene nanwume ye boaboa no ye de ebesomo ewo Diamond Cassia so wasedano enkoma Diamond Grand Real Estate and face Diamond Grand Travel and Tour Aseda Fabrics and Modest Closets Ben Light Enterprise and face Hajia Slay Empire UQ Ventures and Rich May Beauty Supplies Say you make way adaruma and then you may wamo a boy chidoma ye the Diamond Cassia ebesomo I can kind for a me mouse on your minimum yaba afia frempoma now why
Dene. So we have been say Sofia. Once we know Sofia and Debribi, Bogana Sofia Banda. Ghana pasujie ye woyi eka obia oma yenye bako emo asubie yoba Ghana pasujie ye woyi eka obia oma yenye bako emo asubie yoba So konfo boni si wiase meseya otimobi ensu da bi o ensese bi papa dudu obetena ho na konfo boni bese Ghana eni wiase amaye abatuo eya dinchire abatuo enye nkokwa enye Ethiopia eye kokromotie power abatuo enye otan ekufoni atembidie eye Ethiopia eye kokromotie power obia wone song eye freedom of worship obia wone jidie enso yetie ho ase obia wone partia eye Ghana nkoswa obia wone peninia ye Ghana bako mama yenye bako yankuntia bodisem enyoma esenkoswo yema asubie hoba mama ye fa botre umi adoni nyamiswo enyoma emankoswo yema asubie hoba Ghana pasujie ye woyi eka obia mama yenye bako yema asubie hoba Ghana pasujie ye woyi eka obia mama yenye bako yema asubie hoba ye nipekura hodo kasani amamra hodo omeyi modie ensu yabomu atuna asubie mu ache enti yenyinya atra politics a ntokwa otani nya tigidi wo mo Ghana sumudie say yes to peace obia woni som eye freedom of worship obia woni jidie ensu yetie ho asi obia woni party o eye Ghana nkoswa obia woni pendini eye Ghana bako amma yenya botre oni adoni nyamisro idioma emankoswo yema asumdie ho ban mama yenya botre oni adoni nyamisro idioma emankoswo yema asumdie ho ban Ghana pasumdie ye woyi eka wobia mama yenye bako yema asumdie ho ban Ghana pasumdie ye woyi eka wobia mama yenye bako yema asumdie yoba Ghana pasumdie ye woyi eka wobia mama yenye bako yema asumdie yoba Ni papa foi Ghana foi we need peace before, during and after every election.
Ghana is the gateway to Africa. I be mind contact bassa bassa. Till if we hot, tete hot. Nena no more na kwasi broni tu kwaba. Ye man Mr. Wani ye bediga. Correct trainer watching if I know what Tony nipa no wato nipa eba ne saying na ye den ko si santie nya ko si ko ni na be chi nipa ye na nanom bi na chi nipa ton nipa ye kan aja je mo wa abobi be ka wo ne fu ntumam mum nyai ota ne pa pa muin fisi ye te fa mo ma ye nko prai wo wi ba ko ne bu ka bo mu a emudie asem yi na dika rap so fa ka otum form sisu de otum form chi mu de dia o ma yi mu kata se she proye no na ye di ya paye mo ma ye mo bum na ye nka mum na ye mo paye ni ni nya ne fi ho fi se fi ho tete ho ye na nanom ho sake muka papa muka mahoka muka papa muka mahoka muka papa muka mahoka muka papa muka mahoka democracy muka mahoka democracy fe muka mahoka democracy re muka mahoka democracy muka mahoka democracy muka mahoka democracy fe muka mahoka democracy muka alright advanced world DH Ghana before it was Gold Coast not Ivory Coast Nenya Ivory Coast and I say Ghana new Ghana agenda me who that mateda me bisa nkwada ko si penning for I been for to for Christo for demo for tune for Ghana this shit me bisa say it is camp one pa nada ne hepek man nada ni dum so Seven penny form as a minimum mind. Not tell me my bar will be boy Jamine. 2 4 and papa me my back on time. Your back can I say yeah on chain time. 2 4 like a such a mind. Si campano am I? Also money nipa. Yeah, they drink that chat, you better frown. Muka, mahom democracy, 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 muka. Yana economy ne koya, muka. Yana economy ne koya, muka. Amana wati ne koya, muka. Amana wati ne koya, muka. Yana economy ne koya, muka. Yana economy ne koya, muka. Obrana ubone koya, muka. Obrana ubone koya, muka. Alright, businessmen and businesswomen, drug pushers, doctors, farmers, customs, judges, navies, police, soldiers, lawyers, pastors, teachers, national service, fire service, kings and queens, honorable ministers, Mr. President, everybody, muka. Alright, muka. Muka, mahom democracy, fe muka, mahom democracy, re muka, mahom democracy, di muka, mahom democracy, muka, mahom democracy, she muka, mahom democracy, muka.